Hey all, gspree here. Production told me I couldn't be in the outfield today, so nothing out of the left field for you guys today. But I'm here, I'm putting my glove down in the dirt, and I'm ready to field some grounders. Hoping the field isn't too bumpy though. Gang, welcome to AfterBlast, a game that has been on my radar since the initial demo dropped for Next Fest in early March, and I've just been itching to talk about it. But I've had, other games come up, and that time especially was... I am hyper-focusing on one roguelike after another, and boom, 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 I was cranking them out. But I was going to wait till the 1.0 release of this game to really talk about it since it got to this time, but I couldn't wait any longer. The two-people developer team at Lumino Games has decided to take their time with development, which absolute props to them, and they've put in some of their updates that they've had some bumps along the road, and they've had some things that have just been pushing them back on the development, which good on them for just being able to take their time and, having something to show for it, because if you check out their Twitter, they're posting little videos and little updates every once in a while, just saying, hey, by the way, we're still here, we're still working on the game, here's some new stuff, or here's just a little snippet of something to, show off. But the amount of time that we've been waiting, they're gonna get a solid launch out for us. I'm just waiting to get my grubby little FPS roguelike yearning fingies into the ground and, digging up some good stuff. They've also been updating the live demo, which has been around since the initial drop, and they have been updating it with little quality of life things along the way. Like, for instance, the mini boss is a little bit quicker of a fight, and there's also some extra indicators to, say, hey, here's the first health bar, here's the second health bar, here's the immune shield that it has, which is absolutely amazing. I feel like the first time that I took on that boss, it drug out for a long time, and I didn't really know, where I was, but the more that I played it, the more I kind of understood, like, okay, we're gonna do phase 1, we're gonna do phase 2, and then phase 3, and kind of phase 4, but that's boss things, There's also some quality of life things on the side of how the weapons function and feel in your hands, as well as some balancing fixes. Anyway, if you've gotten this far into the video and still don't really know what AfterBlast is, allow me to formally introduce you. AfterBlast is an FPS action roguelike video game where you your way through rooms and eventually reach the boss, picking up passive buffs and effects, as well as power-ups and new weapons. You have 2 hands, perfect for dual-wielding the default Uzis, and then you've got slots in your backpack or on your back or wherever you store these weapons for 2 more. These being shotguns, snipers, rocket launchers, the works, and some of these even come with a secondary fire. Some of these being everything without a scope, because the right click is, used to scope. These weapons also come with affixes, which grant, applications of poison and burn damage, as well as just boosted crit, stuff like that. You also have immense physical and acrobatical prowess with the ability to jump mid-air as well as dash. This game is soon to be co-op, which I always love hearing, and the demo offers an almost perfect amount of content. When I think demo, this is exactly what comes to mind. Runs up to the boss maybe take 10 to 15 minutes, then you beat the boss, and then in this demo currently there's a stage 2, and it's just the first stage but beefed up again, and then the final boss. And then you're done and you're just, begging and itching for more, so you play it again, and then you play it again, and then you're like, all right, I need to save all my hype for when this game comes out. However, I will be sprinkling it every once in a while when I'm feeling exactly this. So it's a super controlled environment of just, hey, here's a couple of stages, you go through the rooms, you beat the boss, and we've given you enough kind of feel on how this game works, what's going to be offered in this game, and you can start speculating what we're going to be doing with it, because I honestly have no idea. We'll talk about that in a second. But where does this stand on a roguelike standard? Is it on the side of roguelike, or is it on the side of roguelite? I mean, I've already kind of spoiled it, but it is like all the way on the side of roguelike. Like, if you can push that slider to the very end and keep it there, that's kind of where it is right now. You installing the demo right now have the same amount of resources as me, who's been playing the demo off and on since March, or somebody who's been playing the demo every single day. Currently, there's no out-of-run upgrades or any unlockables like passives or new weapons and stuff. So another tick towards the game being an almost perfect demo on my list. So I'm perfectly fine with this not offering any out-of-run upgrades. I'm super interested to see how they take it. Maybe they'll take more of a Risk of Rain 2 approach and keep it more based on just the run. Maybe you unlock some power-ups or upgrades or weapons to find in future runs, or maybe this is it. Maybe it'll be more enemy and stage focused with, some achievements and stuff. Really, as I said, I'm just excited to see where the developers take this, and I would love to see a roadmap launched alongside the 1.0 release, or at least an announcement of an upcoming roadmap. Alright, well, that's actually gonna do it for me for today. I appreciate you stopping by as usual. Again, shout out Lumino Games. I'll leave their links in the description for the Steam page so you can wishlist this this game and then also stock them on Twitter. As for me, well, I'll be around as I usually am. That's not new. Let me know if you want to see this game on release, though. I'll check it out. I still haven't really figured out how to officially end videos.